Thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me clearly. That was a great talk from Nick. Really enjoyed that. Focusing on ChatGPT. I'm going to look at other tools. Okay, so I'm not going to look at ChatGPT. And what I am going to do is I'm going to focus on tools that on my YouTube channel have been particularly popular. And I might even quickly each time ask you what you think of the technologies. So I'm going to show you 4 technologies. These are the ones that on my YouTube channel with 80,000 people, I've had the biggest reaction from. And one thing really important today, I've got help videos for everything I'm going to show you. So all of the technologies that I'm going to show you today, there are help videos so that if you want to learn how to use TWI, or you want to learn how to use natural readers, or you want to learn about the AI in quizzes, and then the last technology that I've got for you today, which is absolutely amazing, then there are videos that I've provided in a handout, and I'll give you that at the end. Okay, lovely. Someone's already written in the chat window, and just before I start, it would be really interesting for me, could you just out of curiosity, just interested with so many people on YouTube, if you know me or not, just say yes or no in the chat window. I'd just like to get an idea of how many people know about my work or not. Okay, maybe I'm not as famous as I think I am then, but about half of you. Okay, lovely. Okay, guys, let's get straight into it. Okay, you don't have to be sorry if you don't know me. There's lots of other stuff on the internet, but obviously I specialize in the use of technology for language teaching. Okay, guys, let's get in straight into the first technology. I'm going to do a screen share. I have got a handout for you, and I will kind of go back to that handout at certain points, but I'm going to dive straight into the technologies. So what I will do is I'll just do a screen share, and I'll make sure also that I've got my audio shared so you can definitely hear the audio. That's going to be really important. And the first technology that I'm going to jump over to is this one here. It's called Natural Readers. This is absolutely fantastic. Let me just move a few things out of the way so that I've got a nice clear screen for myself. Lovely. Okay, guys, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to demo it. I'll talk about it a little bit. Naturalreaders.com. Remember, there is a video for everything I'm going to show you today. Now, naturalreaders.com, let me explain what it does. It allows you to paste in a text, or paste in a list of words, or paste in a list of sentences. Choose an accent, and that could be English, American English, Australian English, Indian English, Welsh English. Choose an accent, choose a voice, so you've got lots of voices, and then that text will be read out in a perfect accent. Okay, and these accents are absolutely superb. Now, the other brilliant thing about this technology is that it actually works in other languages. There's French and Spanish and Polish and Russian and Chinese, and I speak a few other languages, and I'm currently studying Polish, and this is amazing. Now, even more amazing is the fact that you don't even need to sign up. You can use this on a daily basis for up to 4,000 characters for free. It really is super easy, so useful. I'm always using this all the time in my Polish. I get ChatGPT to write me a story, or I take a story from the internet, or I take a news article from a newspaper and I paste it in, and then it's read out. And I really like this idea of reading and listening. Of course, you could read the text first and then read and listen after, or just listen on your own. You've got so many options. So I'm going to show you. Here it is, naturalreaders.com. I'll click on start for free. So I click on this button here. Now I'm going to close this text that we've got here. As you can see, I was using it in Polish. So I'm just going to close that down. And I'm just to make it super, super simple, I'm just going to go over to my website, and I'm just going to grab a piece of text. Okay, and I'll grab this piece of text here, all right? So we're just going to grab this bit here, and I did just hit 80,000 subscribers only the last couple of days. So, yep, we're up to 80,000 now, which is lovely. I'm going to come back here to Natural Readers, and watch this. I just paste the text in. Okay, now, of course, I'm just using text from my website, but this text could come from anywhere. And then I'm going to click here, And I'm going to choose, look at all the languages that you've got, Russian, Spanish, Portuguese. But one interesting thing is that you've got lots of English accents, including other Australian. But I'm going to choose an English accent, and I'm going to choose Sonia. Okay, so I'm English myself. Now, let me just play this, and I'm hoping that Sonia is going to read out this piece of text in a lovely English accent. Let's see how well Sonia does.
Russell Stannard is a multi-award-winning educational technologist and founder of www.teachertrainingvideos.com. He has more than 80,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel.
Okay, now I think that's fantastic. I'm an Englishman. I can definitely tell that that's an English accent. It's very, very good. The intonation is also excellent. Now, incredibly, I can even use this little button up here to go back if I want to listen to it again. Okay, so I can control
Russell
that.
Stannard is a
Okay.
multi-award-winning educator.
But what else I could do is I could just click here now and say, actually, I want to listen to this in a different accent. I'm going to jump over and I'll choose a US accent, and let's go for Tony. I've never used Tony before, so I don't know how this sounds. And I'm going to click now, and hopefully Tony is going to continue to read this for me. Let's listen to Tony now.
Russell Stannard is a multi-award-winning educational technologist and founder of www.teachertrainingvideos.com. He has more than 80,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. He received...
So that's absolutely fantastic. I love the way also that it kind of marks the word. I find this so useful. Now, as I've said, you can use this in many different ways. Let's just take another example. I'm going to close that down, okay? And I'm just going to write in some words, and I'll write the word photograph, and I'm going to and then I'm going to put the word photographer, all right? Because the stress changes, and then we'll write a few more words, and let's write the word fragile. Let's write the word complicated, okay? And we'll put the word accommodation, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to, so you can imagine the students have got problems with the pronunciation of these words, or what I often do is write the words in a sentence, but I'm just demonstrating this, okay? And sometimes in Polish, I do like to go through certain words on their own in isolation. Most of the time, I like to hear the word in context. So I'm going to click here now, and we'll choose again. And don't forget, I'm using the free tool. I'm going to choose other accents, and we'll go for William. Nice Australian accent. So we'll choose William. And what I want to see is, can William understand that the stress changes between photograph and photographer? Let's see how William gets on with the stress in these words. So let's just play this now.
Photograph. Photographer. Fragile. Complicated. Accommodation.
So that's absolutely fantastic, okay? Now, one other thing is, notice here that you can click here and slow it down a little bit. Now, I do often like to listen to quite native-like texts in Polish, for example, and so I do sometimes slow it down a little bit. Now, it doesn't work really well if you slow it down too much, but if you just slow it down a little bit, then this is a really great tool, and it will, sound still very good quality. Now, I'm going to show you something that I do, just because I think this is something that a lot of people don't realize. I'm just going to jump over to another technology that actually is an AI technology, and I'm a big fan, and that is Google Translate. Now, let's imagine, let me just give you an example first, and then I'll show you what I do. Let's say, imagine I've got a sentence. He woke up late this morning, okay? Let's imagine that I am a Spanish person and I don't know what that sentence means, okay? So I paste in the word, and it's going to tell me in Spanish, se despertó tarde esta mañana, okay? So I understand now what it means. Now, I don't know if a lot of you realize that actually Google Translate is a phrase book, and you can save all the phrases that you are currently studying. And to save those phrases, all you can do is click here on this little one here, okay, on this star, and that adds that phrase into your phrase book. Now, if you want to open your phrase book, you can click here, and it opens it up, and I can see all my sentences here. Now, you can see that I'm using this in Polish. I'm just going to delete that first one. To delete, you just click away. Okay, what you can see here is I've got lots and lots of sentences in Polish and then the translation into English. And obviously, one thing I can do is I can actually use here, they even will read the words out for me.
Odkurzacz pracuje bardziej wydajnie.
Okay, and I can do that.
W ten sposób pralka pracuje wydajnie.
Okay, so that's one thing I can do, but I have to keep clicking on each one individually. Another thing you can do with this phrase book, and I don't know if you know this, is click on the magic button. If you click on that magic button and then you click on import the data, what you can do now is that you can actually, you've got all of the sentences all in one sheet, in one what they call Google Sheet. Okay, now what I could do is I could just copy all of these words, all of them, or let's say 10 I want to study, and paste them straight into Natural Readers, click on the play button, and it will read all the sentences out for me. Now, I'm not going to do it in Polish. Let's do it in English, but just to demonstrate the same thing. So, I could just copy these words, okay? And this is really useful. This is something I actually do in Polish a lot, but I'm doing this in English for you. I'm going to jump back again to Natural Readers, and again, I'm just going to close the button. I'm going to paste in and it will write. I put all the sentences in. Now, again, what I can do is choose my language. So I'm going to click here and let's try a different accent. Let's go. We've got Australian English here. We've got Indian English. So let's try Indian English. Now, this is interesting, actually, because my wife, who's a very good speaker of English, she's Polish, but she speaks English really well. She does struggle with Indian English. And we do know that, English is a lingua franca and that it's a language that we've got to be communicating with lots of people who've got different accents. And what I like about Natural Readers is that it gives us and our students the opportunity to actually be exposed to different accents. So this is a great technology, not only for the teacher to use in the class, but also for students. Remember, I didn't even need to log in. So if I click on this button here,
the vacuum cleaner works more efficiently. This way the washing machine works efficiently. When doing laundry, I set the temperature to a lower one.
This is absolutely excellent, and this is exactly what I do. You even have this button here, which makes you repeat the sentence, so you can click here.
This way the washing machine works efficiently. When doing this way the washing machine works efficiently.
So if you want to keep repeating the sentence, which is something, again, I do. So I often work like this when I'm working in Polish, okay? So that's the first technology that I've shown you today. Natural Readers, incredibly, you can use it for up to 4,000 characters a day for free. And that's actually a lot of content, okay? Now, one thing that we've done in a few tests is that we got students to write little blog posts where they described animals, and then they were able to paste in they can either send it to you or put it into a Google Doc and you can copy it and paste it in, or if the students have got computers, they can paste it in and then actually have their blog posts read out. So that could be a nice way. In other words, you could change from a writing activity into a listening activity where the students do the writing, choose the voice, and then play it to the rest of the class. Maybe they ask questions on it afterwards, etc. So this is a lovely technology. Naturalreaders.com. It's the first one I want to show you. Now, for the free tool, you can't download the audio, unfortunately, okay? If you want to use this tool, but you would like to download the audio, there is one. It's not as good. It's called 11 Labs, 11labs.com, okay? Now, I'm just going to quickly jump over to my presentation. I'll just stop there for 1 second before I just come into the presentation. And just in the chat window, I've got some nice comments already. Let's do a quick vote on that one, okay? Out of 10, what would you give that as a technology? How useful would you see that is? Is that something you're going to use with your students? So I'd just be really interested. A lot of people are saying 10. I'm really glad to see that, by the way, because it's one of my favorites, and hence the reason why I showed it to you first. Someone's even said 10 plus. Wow, okay? So I'm going to tell you now, that wasn't voted the best one on my website, actually, but it was near the top. But I voted it the #1, okay? Okay, lovely, good, good. Great for students with lack of confidence. I really agree. Really good point. And that's why what I love about this technology is you can use it in high levels with high-level students or with low-level students, okay? Lovely to see the comments. Thank you very much, guys. Someone's written brilliant 10. Okay, so that's really good as well. Brilliant. Okay, look, I believe I've got 3 more wonderful technologies, and I'm hoping that I can keep the standard up. Okay, great for diversity. Really good point. Really nice comments. All right, guys, because I've got so much to get through, let's move on to the second one. Now, I think with this second one, we are going to be some of you that already know it. Okay, I do know that, but I'm hoping I'm going to show you a few things about it. Maybe you didn't know. I saw this technology right from the start. So let's just jump into the second technology, and we'll do the same at the end as well, just out of interest. I do suspect a few of you are going to know this technology already, but I must admit, if you don't, this is a real one with the wow factor. Okay. Now it's called twee.com. Okay. Now twee.com actually is connected to ChatGPT. And it's very interesting watching Nick's presentation, because what twee.com really does is it does the prompts for you. So you can just say, I want it to do a gap fill, I want a list of words, I want a story about something, and it will do the right prompt. Okay, but actually this is connected to ChatGPT. Now, the other good news about this technology is that there is a free account. You get a certain amount for free every day. Now, this is probably the most complete AI technology on the internet, specifically for language teachers and specifically for English teachers. So if I click over to the tools, okay, and you will need to sign up, okay? If I click over to the tools, you will be amazed how many things, and they keep adding to it, this can do. Now, this can build up and prepare a whole lesson plan for you, okay? And it will make a text, or it will make questions, or it will make gap fill, or it will do multiple choice, or it will do matching activities. It will even extract the text from a YouTube video. It really is a very, very powerful tool, okay? So if I was to, let's actually just do a demonstration first, and then we'll perhaps look through all of these options, okay? And what's fantastic is this, that it produces all of this in a lovely PDF file. So let's scroll down. What we do is we'll start with something really simple. We're going to get it to make a text for us. So we're going to click on this one here. Okay. And it's going to say, okay, what's your topic? I'm going to do healthy eating. Okay. Healthy eating. Very simple topic. Now, it can even say to me, well, what vocabulary do you want to use? It will think of the vocabulary, but maybe there are specific words that you want to practice. So I'm going to write calories. I'm going to write vitamins. Okay, I'm going to write running. I'm going to write, let's think of a couple more that we're going to, let's write fruits. Let's write the word rest. Okay, or sleep, let's put sleeping, okay? That'll do, all right? Now, so I can be very specific if I want to, and I can say, can you make sure that in the text we include these words? So that can be really good if you want to revise some vocabulary that the students have been using. Now, the genre is very useful. We can have a fictional story or a descriptive article, a newspaper article. For this one, I think it's going to work really well, a blog post. So I'm going to choose blog post. But you notice that I've got all different choices. Now, the length, let's go for about 250 to 350 words, and we'll keep that. So we've got B1, A1. We'll put it to B2. So you don't have to do any prompting. Everything's done for you. You click on this button here, and then hopefully it's going to do the magic. It's going to write the text for me. Okay, and it's doing that. I can see here on the right-hand side that it's written that text. Now, it's very important to notice that you can edit that text very simply. Just click on the edit button, make any changes you want, and then save it. You can delete sentences, you can change words. So you might find, okay, I need to make this a bit shorter or longer. I want to change a few words. You can do that, okay? This twee.com produces superb texts. It really does. Now, this is where the magic really starts. You can even shorten the text by just clicking on that button or delete it and start again. But this is where the magic starts. Twee says to you, well, Russell, what do you want to do with that text? Now, what do you want your students to do? Do you want them to do a definition matching activity, or maybe create a dialogue from the text, or maybe you want some discussion questions? Or, yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, I want to start with some A, B, C, D questions, yeah? So I'm going to click here. it's going to take that text, and I want to keep the questions at about the same level. So sort of B1, B2. I click on do the magic, and voila, it's going to produce the questions for me. Wonderful. But even more than that, not only has it produced the questions, but of course, it's also given me the answers. Now, I've never seen a mistake in it yet, but it's always worth checking, of course, and of course you can edit, okay? So now we've got a lovely text, and we've got some ABC questions. You know, this is great if you're preparing students for exam practice, okay? So you're trying to prepare them for exams. So let's think of another thing. Well, actually, let's do some fill in the gaps. Okay, because that would be nice, a gap fill activity to practice some of the key vocabulary around the topic of health. So I click on fill in the gap, and it says to me, well, what words do you want to make gaps? So I'm going to put the word, I just click on them. Healthy, vegetables, junk food. Let's just come down here a little bit more. Look for see anything else interesting. Exercise. I'm just clicking on the words. Just do overweight. Let's just do a couple more. And let's do, okay, vitamins. And we'll keep it like that. That'll do. Okay. So I've just click on the words, and we better put one in the last part here as well. So we'll put in health, sleep. Okay. Do the magic. Make that into gap fill. All the words I clicked on, I want them to be gaps. Voila! And it's done it for me immediately. And again, it's very, very nice. And it adds the answers. Now, don't worry. At the end, all I need to do is click on save as a PDF, and it will save all this as a complete lesson plan, okay, that I can give for students for homework, or I can use it in the class. So really, really easy. So we can carry on building up and up and up and up. So let's say, for example, at the end, we want to have some sort of discussion, maybe some true or false questions, or maybe some open questions, just some questions to discuss. Okay, I can keep building this up. I'm going to add some true or false questions to this one. Okay, so I'm going to click on that button again. Yeah, again, choose the level. I wanted to keep it to B1, B2. Do the magic. I click on that button and off it goes. And hopefully it's going to produce for me the true or false questions. And it's done that. And again, it's done the answers. Okay, and I could continue. Now I'm going to stop there. We built a quite nice lesson all around healthy eating. How do I share this with students? Well, I just click on this button here. Save as a PDF. I can decide to include the answers or not. Now, you can share a link as well, but the only thing is if you share a link is that you are going to make your students sign up to TWE to get the PDF file. So much easier. Just click on Save as PDF. Only you need an account, okay? And it's actually going to turn that into a PDF, which is already done. And I'm going to click here. And I'm hoping now that I've got myself a lovely text all about healthy eating, which I really do need to know a lot about. And then scroll down and I've got myself, so I could print this out and give it to my students, yeah? Here, they've got to pick the right answer according to the text. Very good, all nicely laid out. I like the way it organizes it. Yeah, this is where, in a way, and I'm a massive fan of ChatGPT, it's got some advantage over ChatGPT for certain things because it formats everything and does it for you, and it builds it all up into one lesson. So that's the nice thing about this, yeah? Obviously, we got that gap fill activity, and then finally, we've got our true or false. And then at the end, if you want, you can give the students the answers, or of course, you might want to check their work or go through it in class together. Okay, so TWE.com, and I know some of you are going to know TWE.com because it's already got very popular. And I have to say as well, just as someone who was using it right from the start, it's getting better. And I guess it's getting better because ChatGPT is generally getting better, and therefore it's getting more effective. Now, I want to point out there really are a lot of activities. You need to spend a bit of time on this. I'm going to click on back to home, okay? There are so many tools. This one here, just paste in a text from YouTube and it will extract the dialogue or extract the text from it. It will extract the audio from it and put it into text. And then you can make activities around this. This is really good if you've got a YouTube video and you want to make activities around that YouTube video. It's very good. It only extracts the first 5 minutes, but it works very well, okay? Another one, if I come down here, that I really like. I mean, we've looked at a few of these now, but you know, we've got these ones here, like quick things that you might need. You might need a shopping list, or you might need a menu, and you can click here. You know, I can just click on this button here and say, right, I need a menu because I'm doing a role-playing class. And quickly, I need a Chinese restaurant menu in a Chinese restaurant. So I put that in there. So menu in Chinese. Sorry. Chinese restaurant. Okay, do the magic. Woof, it's going to produce for me. Look at that. Even gives me the prices. Yeah, I've got egg roll, crispy egg roll. And then afterwards, I could even turn that into a lesson plan. I could have gap fill or true or false or open questions or even A, B, C, D questions based on that. Exactly. All right. So really is a lovely tool. Lots and lots of options. You need to look at this one, guys. Twee.com. The video that I'm going to give you at the end goes into a little bit more detail. Always check everything, okay? A couple of times with a few of the grammar ones, I've noticed it gets confused between things like I have a dog and I have eaten. So if I ask it, for example, to do an exercise around present perfect, but generally it's been very accurate for things like word translations or for extracting collocations. You know, it really has scrambling sentences, for example, all of these things, matching halves, all work very well. Matching halves is quite new. They've been adding to it. Look how many things in it. Really can recommend that one, twee.com, and there is, excuse me, there is a free option. Yeah, I mean, obviously, guys, with that one, you can use it for younger learners because you can set the text level nice and low. You can edit it. Once you've edited it, it will base the questions on your edited text. So you probably would need to edit, but you could set the text level at A1 if you were working with lower level students. Or remember, you don't have to start with a text. You could just go in there straight away and just say, you know, make me some sentences with this vocabulary, and it will produce them. And I want the sentences at level A1. There are lots and lots of things you can do. This is the type of technology, in all honesty, that I could be spending the whole hour presenting. The idea was that we wanted to show you today the top 4, okay? You know, it's one that you, just like Nick was saying earlier, you do need to sit down with these things, guys, and spend a bit of time with them to realize what they can do. Twee.com, you know, you've got so many ways you can work it with. You can just start by saying, I need 10 words on the topic of football. Now, can you take those 10 words and turn them into a story? Can you make that story a little bit easier? And it will do it all for you, okay? So, guys, let's have a quick vote before we move on to the next one. So, out of 10 for this one, how are we feeling about this one? Is it up there? Is it still good? Well, we got 10 plus plus. Well, you can't get more than that. That's incredible. Okay, someone's coming with a 9, so they're not quite convinced, but we got some people saying 10 plus plus or saying 21, saying 1,000. Excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with my voice. Brilliant. Okay. Lovely. Really can recommend that one. Absolutely fantastic technology. Lovely to get the feedback, guys. Really useful to see what you think. So actually, and I'll tell you now, that was voted the number 1. Okay. Now, that was until the next technologies come along, because at the time I hadn't got the ones that I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you now 2 outstanding technologies. And I'm really hoping that we're going to have a bit of fun now. Now, this is the second time I've done this talk, and the first time this worked perfectly. And the people at Language Cert, they said to me after, wow, Russell, that was fantastic to do this live. We're going to use this next technology live, guys. So if you've got your telephone ready, we're going to try with 230 people online. We're going to play a game together, and you're going to see AI at its best. Okay, we're going to use a technology called quizzes.com. Again, I've got a help video for you at the end. Okay, so don't worry, you're going to see this demonstration, and if it works, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'll just tell you a little bit about quizzes.com. Quizzes.com is very similar to Kahoot. I've always preferred it, and I know the people at Kahoot, and I know the people at quizzes.com, and I like both technologies, but quizzes.com simply gives you more for free. And incredibly, they give you the AI for free as well. So quizzes.com is one of those technologies that you can use in the class. So you can set up a game, a quiz, and the students click on the answers. And that's exactly what we're going to do. But this is the incredible thing. Quizzes.com will take any text and convert it into a quiz like that. Literally at the click of a button in almost the same way that we've just been watching with Twee. And that's what I'm going to try and do for you live. Now, if it goes wrong, guys, don't worry, we've got plenty of other things ready, but I want to try and do this live because it really is very interesting. So I'm going to jump over, I'm going to do a screen share and just keep my fingers crossed that this works. We did it the other day and it works absolutely brilliantly, okay? So I'm going to come over to quizzes.com. I've got it already set up on the screen somewhere. Let's just see where it is. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it is. Okay. Now, so it's very much like Kahoot. That is that you can make a language learning activity with it. And if you click on Explore here, so you can sign up and use this for free, guys, all right? You don't need to pay even to use the AI. If you click on Explore, you can literally just write in any topic you want. Let's say I want past simple in English. And it's going to give you loads and loads of games that other teachers have already produced on the past simple in English. Now, you can roll over any of them and you can look at them and see what they're like. And if you like any of them, you can play it. Okay. And you'll see it's very easy for your students to log in. They don't need an account. You're the only one that needs an account. However, what they did a little while ago, if I just click back on the homepage, is if I click on Create, notice here that I've got Create Quiz. And I'm going to click on this one because this is what we're going to do. And then notice this, look, generate. I've got these AI options. I can generate a quiz from a text or from a document. And when I saw the demonstration of this the first time, someone uploaded the whole PDF document of research paper, and this technology produced the quiz from it, and it was perfect. I'm going to do something similar in a minute. And we can also use the URL from a YouTube video, all right? Now, I'm going to show you for this with text. So I'm going to click on Generate from Text. Now, to make things easy, I'm going to jump over and use that same text that we used before, okay? I'll just make it a little bit longer. So I'm just going to copy sorry, let me just, yeah. Just to make things easy, I'm just copying this text just to demonstrate. Remember, it doesn't have to be my text. It can be any text that you find on the internet that you want to use, that ChatGPT has written for you or Twee's written for you, and you simply want to turn it into a quiz. So I'm going to paste in the text and I'm going to choose the level. In fact, the level really doesn't matter because the text will dictate the type of questions. I'll let the system automatically generate the questions. It normally generates 5, 6, 7 questions. I'm going to click on Generate Questions. So this is doing the quiz for me. I am not doing anything at all. I'm hoping it's going to generate the quiz based on the text that I've given it. So that means you could be taking a text from ChatGPT or from Twee or from the internet or from a blog or from anywhere, paste it in, and it will be ready. Now I'm going to give this just going to give this a quick title, this one. So I'm just going to put Russell text, okay, language search. Okay, and then that's all I need to do. I'm just going to save that. Look at this. It's already produced the quiz for me. Now, I'm just going to quickly check the answers. Russell Stannard is an educational technologist, correct. What is the name of her? Good. Okay. Okay. Okay, number 3, Russell Scribes, more than 80,000. Good, good. Runs course. Yeah, good, good. Correct. Okay, everything's ready. Right, guys, we're going to play this game then. Okay, now don't worry if you get the questions wrong or right. You haven't had time to read the text, obviously. And in reality, in the classroom, we'd want the students to read the text first or read the text for homework. This is very popular, by the way, for the flipped classroom. Get the students to, read a text at home or even watch the video and then answer the questions. Remember, you can do this with video. I haven't done anything. I'm just going to click on the publish button. Okay, and we're going to play this. Notice I could do this for homework. I'm going to click on start for live. I'm going to do classic. I'm going to choose continue. I'm not going to do anything else, guys. And now we're ready. The game is ready to play. So get your telephones ready. And all I'm going to do now is I will share the link in case people want to log in on Zoom. But if you've got your telephone, I'm just going to put the QR code on the screen. Can you log in using that QR code? Okay. just all you need to do, point your telephone at this thing, and you will need to write in your name. So hopefully if you just point, I can hear the first people logging in. Okay, got the app. Just quickly, as many people as possible. I'm going to get at least 150 of you online doing this. Now, if you haven't got your telephone, don't worry. I'll also share the link in the chat window. Let me just actually open up the chat window, and I'm just going to share into the chat window. Let me just put this in, okay? Let me just close the QR code just for 1 second, guys, and then I'll bring it back on again. I'm just going to open up the other option here of doing it with the link. So I've just copied the link, and I'm pasting in the link now into the chat window. So if you can't log in with your QR code, guys, just log in using, and then again, I'll open the QR code on the screen. I can see lots of you are logging in. Again, I'll put it in the chat window, guys. If you want to just log in via Zoom, just click. I can see we've already got about 40 people in the room. Is it? No, 60 now. So I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes. I just want to emphasize, I didn't do anything, did I? I just copied a text. I pasted it in, and it made the quiz for me. I checked the quiz. I just wanted to make sure that there weren't any incorrect answers, which there weren't. And then don't worry, guys, I'll be starting the quiz in a minute. I'm just waiting for more people to come into the room, okay? Most of you are not going to have 200 students in your class. You probably only got 15, 20, 30, 40. So hopefully you will be able to set this activity up a lot quicker. We're doing this live with a big class of people. Can I get a few more of you in? There's only 91 of you in so far. Okay, again, I'm just going to paste the link in case you want to link. Let's at least get to 100. We've got 92 people logged in, and we're going to start playing the game when we reach 100. Okay, so quizzes.com, and remember, you can use it not just with text. You can upload a PDF file or a Word file, and then it will make the quiz from that. And in the demonstration that I saw, that's what I saw. Or it can even make the quiz, for example, from a YouTube video. You just share the link in. Okay, we're just about to reach 100 people. Great. Right, I'm going to start, guys. Otherwise, we're going to be waiting too long, and those of you that are logged in are going to go crazy. There are only 5 questions. I'm afraid there's no prize for winning this, but there's lots of glory, okay? And you're taking place in a quiz that's got more than 100 people online doing the activity together. So I'm going to close down my chat window now. I'm going to close down the QR code. For those of you, you've still got a few seconds to log in. I'm going to close that down. We're going to start the game. Good luck. Let's see who's going to be the winner. I click the button and off it goes, and it will give me the score and show me who is top. Off we go. Straight in the lead. Joe's gone straight into the lead with 1,900 points. Mary's in second place on 1,870. And then Mirella is in third place. Now, suddenly, Pepe has jumped into the lead. Pepe is leading with 1,000. No, we got a new leader. Anne has now moved into first place with 2,850 points. But Mary is back again on top. Anne has come in now with 3,800 points. We're coming to the last part. Some people are nearly finishing. They've already answered 4 questions at the moment. Anne is top. People are answering the questions like crazy. The average mark is around 67% for the whole group. So you're getting most of them. Then suddenly Justina has come from nowhere to get 4,810 points and is currently top, with Steph in second place. Is anybody going to beat Justina? There's a few of you still finishing the game. So it looks like at this moment in time, Justina is top. Okay, going to give you just 1 more minute. We've still got a few people who haven't finished. I'm going to give you another 5 seconds to finish, guys, as quick as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to end the game at this point. Okay, absolutely brilliant, incredible. That worked online with 112 people logged in, and I was using the free tool. So if I click on end here, and then click on here, and it's going to end the game, and it gives me a breakdown now. Well done, everybody. That was incredible. So if you can do that with 100 people, Okay, so Yorgos and then Steph, but Justina come in top. Now it's going to show me all the people that got 100%, if anyone actually got 100% on all the questions. Let's have a quick look. So it will do that. I love this information that it gives me after the average. These are all the winners, all the 100%ers. They're all coming across the screen now. All of those people got 100%. Absolutely brilliant. I'm presuming some of you already follow my website. And the average class accuracy was 54%. Of course, that's pretty good considering you didn't even read the text. Of course, you wouldn't do that with your students. And then we get all this lovely data. Okay, look at that. Absolutely brilliant. A breakdown of all the students. Now, I'm not interested in the individual students, really. What I'm more interested in is there anything I need to reteach? Is there anything that I need to focus on? So I can look here and see, was there a question that everyone kept getting wrong? Okay. Okay, and so there was a few people, right? So my interest is in technology outside the classroom, really. I'm not a big user. I'm not a big fan of technology in the lessons. I like a good lesson with group work and pair work. Maybe I will use a screen to play videos on, and occasionally I might do a quizzes or a Kahoot. But generally what I'm interested in is technology outside of the lesson to make the homework more interesting. So that's why a lot of you got that question wrong, because a lot of people are surprised that I'm not a big fan of technology in the class. In fact, in England, they're even talking now about banning the use of mobile technologies in the lessons. And I know that's happening in many countries as well. Okay, so obviously, some people have got a completely different feeling. Really good. Okay. And I'm going to exit that. Okay. Now, just to go back to that, guys, and just to point out as well, because of course, you can set that for homework. So when you click on create, notice I chose quiz. And I've got these, I can make my own quiz, but I mean, obviously I'm not doing that at all anymore now. I just paste in the text or upload the document or just paste in the URL of the video. Okay. And you can use that with video as well. So that's quizzes.com. Really, really good tool. I'm just gonna stop sharing a minute and just get a little bit of feedback on that one, okay, and just see how people felt about that. That was absolutely fantastic that worked live, okay. Give me your feedback on that one, yeah? Anyone for a 10? Have we got any 10s? Love the phrase that's outside the lesson rather than okay, I've got a lot good, nice comment. Oh, someone's giving it an 8 there. Okay. Okay, right. 9.5, not bad. Some people really love it. Okay, right. I've got amazing, I've got lots of 10s. In fact, most of the technologies I'm showing you today, people are really, really enamored with. This is absolutely fantastic. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit more dynamic than Kyle. You know, the funny thing is, nice, really lovely comments, is I love the music right from the start. And when I eventually met the company, because eventually they contacted me and said, oh, we've seen your YouTube video, it has 30,000 plays. We're so grateful for your promotion. You know, and I said to them when I met them, I said, I love the music. Don't change the music, because they did change the music, but then they put it back again. Hopefully it was me that influenced them. So it's a really nice technology to use, very dynamic. You can use it in the class, but you can use that for homework. And remember, if you share the URL of a video, when the students play the game on their phones, then they'll see the video, okay, and they can watch the video and then answer the questions. Or you can turn the video off, so they have to watch the video in class or from a link and then answer the questions. But you can, if you want, have the video actually on the screen as well, if you choose that one. Okay. All right, guys, we've got that's 3 that we've done now. And I'm really glad that the quizzes one worked well. I want to try and save at least 5 minutes at the end for times. And I know I need to finish around 11:30. Now, well, 11:30 where I am. Sorry, I'm in Poland. Okay. So I've got one more for you. And I'm really hoping that in some ways, this might be the super wow one. I think all of those technologies are absolutely brilliant. But this one is different. And I'm going to try to show you a few things that we're doing with this technology, okay, that I think that this technology is really interesting. It needs a bit of thought, this one, because it's not actually directly a language learning technology, whereas the things that we've been looking at really are educational based. This technology allows you to write a text, describe a context, paste it in, and it produces a 3D image of that. So if I wanted to describe a beautiful village in England with flowers and, for example, maybe a river going through it and some hills and maybe a lovely, beautiful day, then I could just write that text, paste it in. Now it's not Midjourney because this is 3D, you'll see in a minute. Paste it in and it's going to produce that as a 3D image, okay? Now, incredibly, okay, it gives you, well, if you sign up, you get 15 free images a month. Now, why would this be so interesting to use with your students? Well, I'm going to try and show you a couple of ideas, okay? We've just about got enough time. But obviously, one thing is students could work together. They could think of a nice scene. They can think of the vocabulary they need. They can write the text out, and they can write up to 390 characters, so it's quite long, and then they paste it in and see what image is produced. So I've already done a couple for you, and then we're going to demo it live, and we're going to try and do a couple of activities. But I'm going to just start by just showing you something. So if I click over on screen share, okay, so this is called, and again, don't worry, it's called story blocks. Story blocks. Now look at this image here. This is one that I produced for you already. So I've already pasted in the text. Okay, look at this. Look at this image. Look at this houses here. Okay, and the flowers and the gates. What else have we got? Let's have a look here. We got nice hills, yeah, like farmland. And look at this here. We got another village at the back here with a church in it. And notice we got chimneys. We got a little lane here. Okay, I think this looks like there's a river going along there. Maybe I'm not sure. It looks like it. Okay. So how did I get? Look at this. It's absolutely wonderful. Look at this. How good it is, right? How did I get that? Well, I wrote the text. Now, I want you to guess what I wrote. Afterwards, I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to show you. But what do you think I wrote? I actually had a text prepared, pasted it in. You know, so what did I ask for? Did I ask for mountains? Did I ask for a scene in Spain? Did I ask for countryside? Did I ask for flowers? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to stop sharing just for a quick chat. Just in the chat window, actually. Just ask me questions. Did you ask for? Yeah, but can you do it as a question? Did you ask for flowers? Did you ask for old houses? Did you ask for? Just write the questions in the chat window and I'm going to say yes or no. So first one, did you ask for a village in the Cotswolds? Yeah, can you put, yeah, did you ask for a village in the Cotswolds? Yes, I did. Did you ask for hills? Yes, I did. Did you ask for a village in the Cotswolds? Yes, I did. Anyway, did you ask for spring? Yes, I did. Did you ask for the village in the foothills? Yes, I did. Okay, did you ask for gardens? Yes, I did. Okay, you get the idea. So did you ask for flowers? Yes, I did. Well done. Okay, so this could be one way that you could use this straight away. Okay, the 3D is automatic, guys. Okay, it's automatically 3D. All right, so you could show the students a picture and get them to actually guess what you asked for. That would be one way of doing it. But of course, another way is that you could get the students to make their own texts, and then obviously depends. If you've only got one computer in the classroom, you need to get them to share the text in a Google Doc or in a Padlet or in something where you can copy the best ones from and paste them in. Or if the students are lucky enough to have a few computers in the class, of course, they could do it directly. So it's got a really nice writing aspect to it. So let me just quickly show you. If I was to click on, just going to come over here, I'm going to show you actually the text that I use, guys. All right, just going to make sure that you can see that. Yeah, you can. All right, so for the one, this is what I asked for. A village in the Cotswolds. It's a bright sunny day. The village is full of flowers. There is a river going through the village and a lovely old bridge. There is a small church in the village square and the church has a clock tower. In the hills in the background, we can see an old castle and some sheep on the hill. Now, there's a couple of interesting things here that you can exploit. Number one, it misses things. So another little game, and we've done this, I didn't come up with this idea, it was one of the teachers in my groups, is that we actually showed the students the description and then got them to look at the picture in pairs. Again, it depends if you've got access to the picture, or you could do it the other way around, couldn't you? They could look at the picture on the screen, you could then show them the description, and then in pairs, they could discuss what things are missing. That's also another possibility. But look at all the useful vocabulary that the students would need. Yeah, so if you do this as a writing activity with the students, they've got to think of the vocabulary first, then do the writing, and then paste it in or share it with you. So you paste it in if you've only got one computer. So I've got another one here, and I want you to see this. So let me just copy this one, all right? So I've described a beach scene in Thailand, which is one of my favorite countries, okay? And I'm going to jump back again to that wonderful technology, okay? And I'll show you a couple of little things about this technology. There really are so many lovely things about it, okay? It's got a little button here called View, and that turns on what they call the user interface. So notice I only used 317 words there. I actually had, or 317 characters. You can actually use up to 380. All right, so I'm going to paste in this because I'm going to just show you how good this is, okay? Now, all you need to do, watch this, guys, and of course, it's in the video that I'm going to show you, is click on which one you want to use, all right? So I often go for realistic, but you've got lots of different styles. So I'm going to go for realistic, okay? And then I'm going to, that's the one that I'm going to choose, okay? So I'm going to click now on generate. And I'm hoping it's going to produce for me that image, okay? So I've just pasted in the text, nothing else. Click on the magic button. Remember, I get a certain amount. Now, I've got 15 free images per month, and I can even download the image, okay? Which is absolutely fantastic, okay? So hopefully it's going to produce that image for me in a minute. Now, the other thing about this technology is that I've noticed that it works on different browsers, okay? So in other words, here's our image, okay? So remember I asked for a scene in Thailand. Remember, if I click on here, just close this down, okay? We can see the image, not bad. I've got my palm trees, I've got my blue sky, I've got my lovely calm beach scene. I've got here, you know, like, okay, it seems to have done a bit more of a hotel. I wanted really a restaurant, so that's not quite right. But this is really good. Now, I asked for some islands. Okay, not bad. That definitely reminds me. It could have done with a few more islands. Now, incidentally, another thing, guys, if you paste in the text again, it will produce a different picture. It will never produce the same image twice. So another thing that you can do is, again, we haven't done this idea, all right, but I'm just saying to you, is you could get the students, if they do have access to computers, to produce the picture twice and then again, compare the differences and find the differences. Another nice activity that one teacher did was give the students some vocabulary that they had to use. So everyone was using the same vocabulary, and then turn that into a description and then paste it in and see what images are produced. You'll have to think about the way that you want to work with this technology. This is a very new one for us, okay? So like I have people that I get together with and we come up with ideas, okay? But very nice potential here as a technology. Okay, now if I just come back to the technology on the screen as well, I'm just going to quickly open it up. I'm aware of time, so I've got to be a little bit careful, okay? It's, you know, if I just put the UI back in, of course, you don't have to, you know, you can just write the text straight into here if you want to, you know, I want, or you just see a village in Andalusia, blah, blah, blah. Okay, notice, guys, that you can download the image as well. So you can click on this button here and you can download it as a JPEG. Okay, even in the free tool. So just click on it and that will download into your downloads. Okay, very nice technology. Now, where can you get all these technologies that I'm talking about and the handout? And I always do this whenever I do a presentation. I prepare a lovely, you know, presentation and then I never use it. Okay, so look at that. I had this wonderful presentation for you, but because I always end up just talking and showing you the technologies, I never get around to doing it. But one really important page on this is this one here, which I need to open. There are two ways to access my handout. Okay, number one, point your camera now at the screen and just download the handout. And that handout, oh, sorry, download the handout and just click back again. Just point at the screen and download the handout. And that handout has got all the videos for all the technologies that I'm just showed you today. Natural readers, TWE, quizzes, and this last one, which is called Story Blocks from Blockade Labs. Now, you can also get the handout by just emailing me. Now, this is not my email address. This is an automated system that will immediately send you back the handout. So you can do it that way. And all you need to do is in the subject, just write language cert. And you can just say, hi, I am blah, 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 and give me a comment on whether or not you enjoyed the presentation. That will also give you the same handout. Remember, in that handout are the videos for all the technologies that I've covered today, okay? The 4 different technologies. So a huge thank you to Language Cert, because, you know, they sponsored this whole presentation, Nick and myself. I really hope you found that useful. I'm going to stop sharing now. There's just a few minutes left, just in case there's some questions. And thank you for your interaction. And I'm really glad as well that the quizzes activity worked well. Yeah, really good.